Teletubbies, the family-friendly kids program, would make an excellent horror movie. It will be so good it will break blockbuster records, and it will be so scary that it will make Annabelle creation look more family-friendly than the Lego movie. It would make you crap your pants so bad and so hard that your feces would evaporate upon exit. You probably think I'm joking, but I am more serious than a pissed off wasp. So without further ado, I will shut the hell up and let's jump into it quicker than my ex jumps into relationships. Teletubbies as a horror movie would be absolutely terrifying and nightmare inducing, to the point it would have to be sold with Xanax because no one will be able to sleep after watching the movie. The Teletubbies horror movie should have a similar setup to how the Banana Splits horror film was set up. Now, if you don't know anything about the Banana Splits horror movie, then fear not, do not worry, because it's trash anyway. But the Banana Splits horror movie is a movie based on the original kids program Banana Splits that aired around the late 1960s and finished in the early 1970s. And basically what happens is the programming in the animatronics goes wrong and they turn into killers. That's how the Teletubbies horror movie should be set up and should work. It should be set at night time because everyone knows what the Teletubbies get up to during the day. They're all laughing, they're all having a great chat, they're all, they're all family friendly, but no one knows what goes down at night time. We all assume they're just sleeping and getting some Zeds, catching up on some Zeds, counting sheep. But what if they're up to some Vietnamese witchcraft? No one knows. That's why it should be set at night time. Now you're probably thinking, THEAR, you've completely gone off the rails. Where in the Kentucky Fried Chicken fuck did this idea come from? Well, it was 3 AM and I was nodding off to sleep, and as I'm falling to sleep, my brain whispers something in my right ear and it says to me, wouldn't Teletubbies make a dope horror movie? And that's all it said. Didn't tell me why it would make a great horror movie or how it would work. It just said that. But as I'm led there in bed at 3 AM thinking about it, it started to make more and more sense, hence why this video is being made. I even went so far as to make my own trailer for the movie and even the opening scene on how I think it should go. So this is how the trailer should go. It's the Teletubbies and they're back! Now, we all know what the Teletubbies do during the day, but what do they do when the cameras turn off and nighttime comes? Then, what should happen? It should cut to a scene where Lala is devouring the face of one of the cameramen, and as the camera slowly zooms in on Lala then twists his neck, looks dead in the camera and runs at the cameraman on all fours before jumping at the camera like Foxy from Five Nights at Freddy's. Then it cuts to black and all you hear is, it's the Teletubbies! Horror movie coming soon. I think that will be a dope trailer. It might be, it's a rough version, right? It's just a little sketch up I've done quickly, but I think that will be a dope trailer for a dope movie. And as for the opening scene should be a woman walking her kid home late at night, and all of a sudden she hears these big green giant sweet corn footsteps behind her, and as she slowly turns around, she sees a humongous red thing in the distance, about 15 feet tall, staring intensely at her like a fat kid looking through a window of a cake shop. Then, all of a sudden, this red thing known as Paw runs at the woman and the kid on all fours at 60 miles per hour in less than 4 seconds. And as she runs away from Paw, she runs behind the corner. But behind the corner is another Teletubby, and this time it's Tinky Winky, and he's not family friendly anymore. He's come out to play, bro. And before she even gets a chance to scream, Tinky Winky grabs the mother, grabs this child and eats them both whole. And as he does this, his eyes light up and the telly in his stomach lights up, signifying he's just taken their soul. Is it only me that thinks that sounds like the best horror film that could ever be made? That will put any horror film that has come out today to shame. Like Rotten Tomatoes wouldn't even say it's a Rotten Tomato. It would say it's a fresh, fully grown, beautiful tomato and give it 100% out of 100. It'll be that dope. You wouldn't even have to try and convince people that the Teletubbies horror movie is going to be scary, because the Teletubbies in their natural form are naturally scary due to the sheer size of them and the creepy laughs that they have. Also, one more thing, you know how Jaws has the music to signify when Jaws is near, that dun 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 dun. Well, you could do the same thing for Teletubbies, but instead play the intro of the Teletubbies where the guy goes, time for Teletubbies, time for Teletubbies, time for Teletubbies. So when you hear that, you know you're either going to die or you will barely survive and have more nightmares than Elm Street. But that's it. That's all I've got to say. I just wanted to share my idea for Teletubbies to be made into a horror film. Anyone in contact with the directors and developers and the creators, of the Teletubbies, please send them this video and please share this around. Please get a petition going on Teletubbies to be turned into a horror film. I've been THEAR. I put THEAR inside your heart. Thank you all for watching. Like, subscribe. Until next time, I've been THEAR. Put THEAR inside your heart. We are representing baby. Oh.